Good morning. So I am down in the duck pond here today. So we've got this section of the bank here that's the walls disappeared from. I'm assuming the rocks have just fallen into the water, but I will reinforce that before any more of it washes away. I say that it has been like this for about 3 years, so it's not going to happen overnight. So if I don't get it all done today, that's not a problem. I've got a pump in the water here that's pumping the water out. I've got a selection of rocks that I got from around the site and a wheelbarrow full of gravel there to make a start with. Hopefully by the time I'm done with these, the water level will be low enough and I should be able to see the rocks under the water, or at least be able to get to them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick you over here on a time lapse, because this isn't going to be a quick job. It is going to take a while, and yeah, let's see how I get on. Okay, after moving that big one, I thought I'd just have a break and tell you what I'm doing. Right. Oh, so I've managed to rebuild this bit. So I started by taking that section apart because I want to tie in what I've built to the old stuff. It's not looking great, but it's better than the whole, so I'm going to go with it for now. But to be honest, the old stuff wasn't built terribly well. So when you're doing stuff, dry stone walls aren't too bad. I've done a few in my garden. When you end up with small holes in them, it's not a problem. If you like me, you just shove a fern in it and that's fine. But anywhere that there's a small hole here, because of the water, the gravel and the sand and that will all wash out. So I've wedged rocks in there just to try and fill up these holes as best I can to prevent that from happening. Now the way they seem to have built this, there's a lot of rubble under here, builder's rubble, which I think they've used as the base and then built the stones on top. So that's not the best thing to do because these stones are a lot stronger than the builder's rubble anyway. But with this section here, you can see that it's not looking right anyway, because you've got a slope going that way and then it changes to a slope going that way. So that means that is putting pressure on the top of that section there. So that is pushing out. So to be honest, that does need to be changed. But while it's holding, it's fine. That's probably not helped by the tree that's on the top there. So yeah, so each of the stones as I'm putting it on, even this big one, it is now stable. It's not moving anywhere. You don't want to have any wobbly stones. You want them to all be solid, and then you can backfill behind them. You want it to be solid before you backfill. It's not the backfill that's making them solid. The backfill is just there to support the bank behind it. But yeah, so I've changed the angle. Obviously I don't want to bring too much stuff in to fill this, so I tried to take it in a little bit, and then I thought that actually sits quite nicely there between that rock and that rock, and this is the main area I need to support because of where the post is. That's going to have the most force against it. So yeah, I'll chuck some gravel in there, build up this little bit here, and then focus on that area. Right. Okay, so I've just got another load of gravel. So as I've been building this wall, I have been putting rocks in any of the gaps, so hopefully the gravel doesn't wash through. Now I'm up to this height, it shouldn't be too much of an issue, but certainly down near the water level, any of that water splashing up there would wash that away. So yeah, I'm thinking I might try just chucking it over the fence here rather than bringing it in bucket at a time. So see how we get on. Okay, so the post is in and we're all finished for now. So as I hammered the post in, the ground was incredibly tough, but unfortunately it did move slightly forward, which is why I've got that little extra piece at the bottom just to hold the gravel boards back. It shouldn't be an issue. It doesn't look great, but it'll do the job. Now the water level's back up, the stone wall, to be honest, the repair doesn't notice, which is good. I mean, I'd like to completely redo all the wall all the way around, but that's just not going to happen. Obviously, where all the roots are exposed, I'd like to get some soil on that as well. Now that is more likely to happen, next year, but rebuilding this pond, not sure about that happening anytime soon. But yep, it always looks a lot better when the water's in. Ducks are happy over there, so I shall end this video here and I shall see you later. Helps if you take the door off first.